one of my questions was already asked about the municipal liaison, and I appreciate that. At our last city council meeting, one of the actions or letter we have there is from me about the ethics legislation that you're proposing and how we are very serious about it. I don't envy you coming in a situation and being hit with that, because I don't like it. I don't think anybody sitting at this table likes it. And I don't like it, the fact that you walk or go to my office in the federal government and you hear about it over and over again. And I have to sit there and say, well, we got somebody new who's going to do a good job of this. And I want the county council to know that a lot of us sitting at this table, if not a majority or 90% of us, are very, very in favor of changing this legislation and making it very difficult for this kind of thing to happen again.
Right.
And it's very, and I'm very serious about it. The other thing that you may or may not have gotten was another letter. A copy of a letter that went to the governor concerning the $20.8 million that was cut from Victoria's County. And what we basically asking him to redo it and supporting the drink tax.
Yes. Thank you.
Can't say give it back without giving something support in return. So we did support that also in that sense there. The other thing is, before you got here, there was something on our agenda tonight about economic development. And it's a seed here, Patty, I'm finished. It's a seed here that we're trying to throw out here for all four. So we worked very good together on a lot of different projects. We formed this thing about 18 years ago, Andy? 20 years ago? Whatever it was. But anyway, we've been able to be very successful in a lot of our efforts there. And we're now looking at trying to form some kind of a Chamber of Commerce, economic development, something for all four of us to work together on. And we're just starting this thing tonight. So we'd like to have your help on it, and I wish you the best of luck, and we're here to help you too.
Well, thank you. And certainly I would love to help. I think that is a great idea. And it puts us in a posture of being able to go to, not only to work with the county, but go after federal dollars, but also go after some partnership dollars with, whether it's with the District of Columbia, whether it's with Montgomery County. But certainly I think this right here, we will work with you on that. The other point is, thank you for the other letter that's coming supporting. One, that the governor should restore our money. I thought we did a good job in the election. It'd be nice to be recognized for that. I know there's going to be winners and losers, but we like to be the winners. I think we supported the winning side. But it is important that your voices, combined with our voices from the county council and the county executive office, goes very clear to our legislative group in Annapolis that we're behind, making sure that these resources are restored, especially in our school system. That is a huge hit they have to suffer. There are ways and tools that they can use, even outside of raising revenues. One revenue source I did not mention that I think that I supported, once again, I didn't ask, delegation to do this. I wanted to send a signal that we're serious, and that's combined reporting. Won't get us a heck of a lot, but, at this point, I'm trying to find stuff to cobble together. It's a bill Senator Pinsky's put in that can actually get us some resources here. But it would be great to have the municipalities come together, and especially, you guys are the big four. Don't tell Bowie I said that. Just record it. Or Laurel.
We're major of the four cities.
That's right.
Touch each other's borders, and we have,
well, you can tell Craig
issues.
Moe. You can tell Moe. But I do think it's important that not only our legislators here, but also the leadership in Annapolis hears that we're in support of it. So thank you for that.
Mayor Calvo.
Nice time.
It's great for you to be. Thank you for being here. Andy and Jay have been mayors far longer than I have. As I'm in my 7th year, but I was thinking a lot about these 7 years.
Yeah.
And I got to say, I don't really know. I haven't seen what a functional relationship with the county executive looks like. And I think about that because I think this part of the County, the Northern Inner Beltway, which is largely municipal, overwhelmingly municipal, really. We've managed to fare these 8 years relatively better than other parts of the county because of municipal government.
Right.
We've survived, but we've sort of been on our own. We've had, at least for my case, for 4 years, a very good county council person who's been key to that, because the years before that were rough. But, it's really been survival. But, well, I think, I just want to say, I mean, it's almost like you're in a desert and suddenly someone gives you a buffet. I don't know where to start on the details, and so I'm going to pull back from that. But I'm glad to hear that you're thinking about big picture stuff. The budget situation, the ethics issues, the stuff that's in your face right now that deprives you of honeymoon. These things you got to deal with. You got to pay attention to details. You got to deal with them. But the big picture stuff, the economic development, how to leverage the assets that you have, both this part of the county, our metro stations, but also the municipalities.
Right.
How do we figure out how to do something together and do it big, but do it long term? That to me is just beginning a conversation. That to me is so exciting after, 8 years where, we were on our own. So I won't be long-winded. Thank you for being here. But also there's a lot on your shoulders to, sort of carry through with the promise. So, but it's nice. It's really nice that our first 4 cities that your county executive, you're here. It means a lot. I think all of us. Thank you.
Well, no, thank you. Thank you. I do want to pick up on that because I think it is important that, I certainly realize that this is just, the first step. It's actually the easiest part is to say that, you know what, we're going to work together. The devil's in the details. And it is really committing, myself and my time, because then that tells whether you're real. It's, you can send a liaison, which is great, but it's another thing like you have your council members that are sitting here, who after a long day, just like you, come in here and sit down and say, okay, how can we do it better over a long term? And really understanding that not all the ideas come from the 5th floor. The more I stay up there, I'm convinced that the best ideas come when you leave the 5th floor and you go out to places like what you're doing, because you're actually thinking about it and having to deal with, just think about it, you deal with less than I deal with, or less than Eric or Mary deal with in terms of resources, and you have to be creative. Well, that creativity is something that we should take advantage of for the county. And I think it's an opportunity for us to figure out how it works up here. I mean, I have to commend, the municipalities for doing a great job. But I think the ideas that we have up here, when I go to the southern part or where they're unincorporated, I think, if you don't have a strong civic group, I was with Hillcrest Heights today. It's just different. And I think for me, living in a municipality, and one that functions quite well, and then to go and see what's not going on, it says, okay, what I need to do as county executive is to work together, figure out how we can maybe take some of these ideas and then bring them over to every part of the county. So I want to thank you for willing to invite me, willing to partner with me. And I will say this, I did very well in each of your towns and cities. That's right.
Absolutely.
So,
Which is why you should rebuild our one.
That's
Winners
right.
and losers, winners and losers.
That's right.
Yeah, we
Winners
wanna
and
be the
losers.
winners.
That's right. You want to be the winner. But with that comes responsibility, and that is my success depends on you, and you have a vested interest. You have told the rest of, Prince George's County that if we elect this person, that he'll do a good job. So it's not only holding me accountable, but I actually am holding all of you accountable to make sure that we're working together, that the ideas that I said, and when either you go astray or I go astray, which means that we're not actually working together and communicating, that we hold each other up. Because that is going to be a good testament to whether, in fact, after 4 years, there's some concrete things that have happened other than we sat down and we were just happy to sit down and be pleasant.
Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate you being here today.
My pleasure. No, thank you.